Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Idioms 484. The idiom today is to take for granted, and we have 3 meanings and 3 uses. Okay, somebody wants a screenshot. Do it now. Let's get right to it. The grant part of the phrase dates back to the 14th century, so the 1300s, when it meant to admit to be true or to acknowledge that something is true. Yeah, I've often wondered, why do they say take for granted? Because when I hear grant, I usually think more about giving. But here, I guess, maybe you're giving the person the fact that you agree that they're true. I guess that something is true. So that's really what it means. It means that you recognize or agree or acknowledge that something is correct or true. All right, let's continue. Thus, we still find it in our modern times. If someone says, I'll grant you that, meaning I'll admit that is true. Like, you made that point, okay, I'll grant you that. That point you just made is correct. All right, let's continue. All right, now the first use, first meaning. To underestimate the value or worthiness of someone or not recognize or appreciate their worthiness. So let's take a look at the first example. Don't take it for granted that it will be an easy win. Your competition in this round has improved greatly since the last time you competed. So even though you beat him easy the last time, he's a lot better now. He might give you more competition. He might rival you more. You have a chance of losing, so don't take it for granted. You still need to play hard. All right, second one here. Don't take your best employees for granted. You need to reward them for their hard work. Yes. So don't think their worthiness is not as what it really is. You have to reward them for that. All right, second one. To expect someone or something will always be available without thanks or recognition. A little related to the first one, but this is more that you just think they'll always be there. So here's the first example. My husband takes me for granted. Yeah, wives often use this use. He thinks I have it easy being a housewife. He does not realize all the effort it takes to raise the kids and keep the house in order. So he just thinks I'll always be there and ready and do whatever needs to be done. All right, and we have second one. Living in Hawaii, you take the beauty and scenery for granted. You should try living through a winter in the Northeast, where the weather, with the snow and everything is really, really bad and it's cold and freezing. All right, number 3 here. To just consider something is true, correct, or real without proof. Okay. I took it for granted they had a return policy, but I was wrong. So maybe somebody bought something and assumed the store, well, they must have a return policy. They didn't ask, they didn't look for signs, they just assumed it was true. So in this case, when you take it for granted, you're probably just assuming something is correct, but it may not be. All right, the next one. I took it for granted that he knew what he was doing. I never expected him to mess up something that was so easy. Yeah, I thought he could do this. I mean, if we hired him, he must be able to do that. All right, and the third one here. He seemed well educated, so I took it for granted he was a college graduate. How was I supposed to know he was a high school dropout? Something like that. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. I hope it's very informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.